Been a long day. We should get some rest now. Yes, let's get ready for the banquet.
Let's get far, choose battle falls. We're ready to die, to lead on the cross. Hail to darkness, this is the light. Day brings men to be free. We are gonna shine the
They're singing. It feels so romantic.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before entering the venue.
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he shows up.
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as I say, guests. It would avoid any unnecessary misunderstandings.
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pens?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. All, Miss Cyrene. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated staff.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of words. It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. What should we do? True. I had a feeling it would come to this, but I didn't expect such a direct demand. But listen, why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after? After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows all about our whispered conversation with the geniuses. I can pretty much guess what'll happen next. But, think about it. That's actually gonna be our shortcut. I knew it. You and I can practically read each other's minds.
Guests.
All right. We'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend. Anywhere, anytime.
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business she needs to attend to and will arrive shortly. Why don't you head in with the other guests first and enjoy the feast?
Isn't Cerydra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here.
Your money, bro. Spare me.
Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
Hello. Welcome to the banquet.
So the Deliverer is attending this event, as expected. Little Virginia here was just wondering whether she should go find you.
As the great Imperator's historian, I'm responsible for composing poems and songs for everyone in the Flame Chase army. But I have no idea how I should record myself in the annals.
Little Virginia is wondering whether you can let slip a hint or two about her future, so she can find some inspiration to write about herself.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Besides, we don't even know her in the future. But she'll probably get really disappointed if we tell her that. What should we do? All right, I got it. We can't reveal too much, but I think it wouldn't hurt to start your poem with the future. Maybe use something like, "With hope, I write down the tale of tomorrow for myself. Silently waiting, day after day, till the moment it fulfills its promise." How's that?
Oh, that's exactly what I'm after. I'm so inspired. Thank you so much. I feel like I can actually finish composing the heroic saga of Flame Chase once we end this campaign.
And that's the art of conversation. I learned it from you, after all. So, how did I do? By the way, in return for that, are you able to tell us where the Imperator is?
The Imperator? Well, she usually wouldn't arrive this early. She believes that rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. Why don't we have a toast before she arrives? To reason, which is held but not revealed.
To romance, which will surely be returned.
Actually, there are so many people, we wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here.
You two have been wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind. Have the attendants not taken care of you well?
No, we love it here. It's just... we're a little concerned, seeing how the Imperator still hasn't arrived.
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for. Come, sit with me for a while, will you? I'd like to share a personal secret with you. See here? This is Fagusa's dew of divine blood, the sweetest of all the 12 bottles. On the night before such a historical event, I'd like to share this marvelous drink with the deliverer.
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside food? I knew that security check was targeted at us.
What's the matter, guests?
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed by such an honor.
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? Well then, let me prove my innocence. See? It's completely safe.
I feel like Miss Hycilen wants to talk to us about something. Why don't we go along with her for now?
Worry not. Honeydew's not alcohol. It won't get you drunk. On the contrary, it can make your mind even sharper. Please, have a taste. Would you like some too, little Sierra?
I can drink it myself.
How is it? Sweet enough? Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. It'll do you good to understand Fagusa's fickleness before we set off to face their waves. Just like how you're about to understand the secrets within this dew. Now, please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise. The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans, but the god of banquets dew is an antidote that can awaken humans from a sea siren's enchanting song. Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song. None of them can see the Imperator and that Fioros. But you two, I wish for you to see the truth.
Is this also what the Imperator wants?
This is my personal request. I can't bring myself to trust that Fioros. The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Akama. His seductive whispers harbor something malicious within and will ensnare those of us blinded by ambition. You are the deliverers of the prophecy and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of the truth from his actions and words. Then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
But isn't this acting behind her back?
Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrents. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true enemy.
Can you promise me something, Miss Hycilen?
Ask away.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. Our goals are aligned. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, she has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her. Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea siren's fantasy, and I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar as if you were a whale of the depths and hear every word of their conversation. I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure. Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax, relax. Try to act natural.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here? That little imp is always acting so high and mighty towards everyone. Today, I will. Whatever. Pour me another cup.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she still does not dare challenge your authority.
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Do you often test the loyalty of your subjects like this?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is simple. I will connect Amphorius with the stars.
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific. I won't ask a second time.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that sealed off Amphorius and merge the black tide with the torrents of Era Nova. Then we will be able to decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to annihilate Iron Tomb and sound the trumpet for the endless campaign you will then embark on.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars. Who would dare to annihilate it?
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance, warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society, loosely organized, but steeped in abject insanity. Oh, there's also the Astral Express, a group of lawless vagrants. That so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. But history has already given them a tough lesson. There are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravager sweeps across the cosmos, they will certainly all bow before your empire of destruction.
The Achaemenid Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Greyfright, a little sea hare? It seems like they're still talking. Get closer. I'll keep carrying their voices to you.
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa will result in many casualties.
That's not something you or I should consider. The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last breath.
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them.
So, you have this super duper speedy rotation of destruction into Amphorius?
Oh. Huh? Oh, I got it. It's that thing, right? Oh, the one behind the research and development of this golden blood principle is Idonia's manager.
Oh dear. Seems like you've met your match, partner.
I'm so full of inspiration right now. And I feel so light.
What's the matter?
My apologies. I was just checking whether everything was fine with those two distinguished guests of yours. And it seems like all is well. Let us continue our previous conversation. Regarding the soldiers fighting for you, are they aware of the price they must pay for the trial of law? If I recall correctly, you've already lost a bout against Talanton due to offering insufficient sacrifices.
You dare mention my name alongside the word lost?
Forgive my transgression, great Imperator.
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. So tell me, if everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Good question. Do not let her fool you. That woman from beyond the sky contains a seed of ruin within her body. She must not be allowed to tarnish your glory. Therefore, the wisest decision would be to hand her over to me.
You plan to torture her?
Calling it experimentation would be more appropriate.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly either, do you?
Indeed. It's a pity that anti-Catherians are lightweights when it comes to drinking. Before I leave, I would like to make a toast to your boundless ambition, using my spirit instead of a goblet.
As I expected, that Theoros's schemes have been revealed. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public address before we head off, and therefore, likely, the final chance to change her mind. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead. The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Any warrior who has fought by my side should have those speeches memorized by now.
The Imperator's word is law.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates flattery most of all.
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa, just as you always have. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty.
What does she mean?
The purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies our alliance can actually trust, and sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march. Yes, some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen! These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycilens. She used the sea siren song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me, the Imperator.
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates. It was Kindness, the head of the cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator, and personally made herself an example for my enemies. Under the shade of the olive groves, the people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow to me. At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to me. But now, they all lie silent. They now fear me as they fear the law. For I am Cerydra, and I am the Imperator. If you have any last words, say them to the Imperator. Then, face her judgment.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me. If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last. Deliverer.
friend. The shortcut is now open. Trust me. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised.
You think you can slay a king using your words instead of a sword? I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky. Will it weigh heavier than 3 human lives?
Let's try to watch our words carefully. Before I arrived in this world, the Chrysos heir of world-bearing was a young man with the pseudonym of Phainon. He came from Aedes Elysiae in order to combat the lies of the Era Nova and deliver Amphorius from the ending of destruction. He lived through history 30 million times, hoping futilely to find a breakthrough. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an equally heavy destiny. Iron Tomb is the ultimate end of Amphorius' destiny. It is an embodiment of pure horror that walks the path of destruction and can never be tamed. That is the only thing Lygus cares about. As for Amphorius, pure glory and campaigns, he doesn't care about any of those. He will most certainly betray you. When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust by the destruction. I walk the path of the Trailblaze. My friends and I have always obeyed the creed of explore, understand, establish, and connect. Conquest and destruction are never ways to build bridges between people. Therefore, if you choose the way of the destruction, then I'll place your ambitions into the same basket as Lygus and smash them into pieces with my baseball bat.
That was truly a chaotic speech. All that needs to be said has been said. Dux Frigoris, Dux Bromalis, escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting of their betrayal.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambition certainly eclipses all things.
You're still here, Theoros.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment, miss witnessing the fall of a nameless one. Or perhaps I am waiting for you to give me an answer. Why would someone as powerful as you use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure the Deliverer's safety?
So you finally tossed aside your act.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was always going to be a game of chess, where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincerity. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
I can toss your words right back at you like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful as you pretend to be immortal and kneel before me? Unless you enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself.
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection, thus avoiding any unexpected outcomes. A forceful intervention will only create larger errors, reduce efficiency, and introduce ugliness. Had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Aeronova, then Amphorius would not have deviated from destiny's course. Oh, but you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator and eradicate all factors steering the experiment out of control. Factors such as you and her.
Careful.
Careful.
What was that voice? Was it Orynyx?
I found you. I finally found you. Be careful. This land will face disaster.
The time of judgment is nigh, my lady. The prison I have built for you is now complete. In the name of the erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine.
One who can decide their subjects' destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit is to be sentenced to death.
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap of my hands. I fear you are still quite unaware of your current situation. Allow me to reiterate. I I am giving you a simple choice. To collaborate or to be destroyed. There is no other way.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago. You, in fact, cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
What magnificent foresight. I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to admit that I made a mistake. Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the Theoros?
We are both slaves to hubris. But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? If I wish to break the scale's balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.